Have you ever thought you nailed exposure out in the field, only to get home realizing that you blew out your highlights? Well, your LCD screen can lie to you. Your histogram does not. And the purpose of today's Tips Tuesday video is to walk through the histogram, how to use it, what it tells you, so you can make better exposure decisions out in the field for your wildlife photography. Now, what is the histogram? Simply speaking, it is a graph that shows you the representation of the different tones that are in your image. On the left side, you have your shadows. The middle section, you have your midtones, and on the right section, you have your highlights. It's not about having a perfect graph, a perfect histogram. It's about understanding how to read this information on your histogram. Now, why does this matter for wildlife photography? Because a lot of times we're shooting in instances where there's high contrast. There's bright skies, there's bright snow, backlighting, all these different things can really trip up your exposure. And a lot of times the wildlife is not frame filling. It's of some fraction of the frame, so exposure can get really tricky really quickly. The histogram lets you see the potential issues in the field and allows you to adjust them in the field before it's too late when you get home and try to edit the photo. Now, when it comes to the histogram, the edges of the histogram matter. If you have too much information pushed to the left side of the histogram, that means that you're losing shadow detail. You're not getting any information in some of your shadows. If you have a lot of information pushed to the far right side of the histogram, it means you're potentially clipping your highlights, and your bright whites will not have any information or any detail in them when you try to edit the photo in post. Clipping means that you're losing detail. It means that there's information that your camera sensor can't process and you won't be able to retain in post. In wildlife photography, highlight detail is typically harder to recover from than shadow detail. This is especially true if you're trying to photograph some bright white feathers or the bright sky. You want to protect and preserve your highlights in your images. Now, this is something I rely on every single time I'm taking a photo, and that is with mirrorless cameras, you're able to have the histogram right in your viewfinder so it's visible for you as you're taking the photos. This means that you can monitor your exposure in real time, and it takes the guesswork out of, do I have proper exposure or not? If you're using the DSLR camera, it doesn't have the option to have the live histogram view. Instead, what you can do is take some test shots before the action happens, so you can test what your exposure is and adjust your settings so everything can be dialed in before action happens, or you can adjust your settings as light changes. The idea here is you want to be prepared so that you can have your settings dialed in before you want to take the photo. Now, you may have heard the term exposing to the right. What this means is you're basically pushing your exposure to have as much information to the right side of that histogram as you can without clipping your highlights. Now, why is this important? Because if you push your exposure to the right, you're getting as much information, as much light in that image as you possibly can. If there's any empty space on the right side of the histogram, it means that you're not taking advantage of the full dynamic range of your sensor. And a lot of times, even if you're shooting at high ISO, if you expose to the right, you can actually drop exposure slightly in post, and that's going to retain a lot of quality in those images, even when you're shooting at high ISO values. The important thing to consider is you want to expose to the right without clipping your highlights. Unless, of course, that's something you're trying to do to get a purely white scene if you're shooting in all snow maybe. So here's how I confirm my exposure out in the field. I don't base it just on the LCD or the viewfinder. Even though the LCDs and viewfinders on these cameras are very accurate, they're very good, check the histogram, confirm that you have proper exposure where you want it. I expose to the right to get as much information in my file as possible without clipping the highlights, and that allows me to get proper exposure pretty much 99% of the time out in the field. And then I have a lot of information to work with in Lightroom when I'm editing my photos. Remember, the histogram is not just a technical graph. It's a decision-making tool to allow you to get proper exposure out in the field. And it removes a lot of guesswork when you're trying to figure out exposure settings. Do you regularly check your histogram out in the field? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're trying to implement these tips but just feel stuck in your photography journey, I do offer one-on-one mentorship calls. I have details down below in the description if you're interested. That's going to be it for this week's Tips Tuesday. I will see you next week for another Tips Tuesday.